Hi, and welcome back to Relate and Illuminate. I'm Stephanie, and thanks for joining me today and other episodes. I see your comments and I respond, and I'd love to see more and your likes and your subscriptions so we can get this thing rolling and get these conversations going. And by the way, I'm learning from you as much as you might be learning from my experiences. And that's why I like these comments. But the other thing is that if you have questions for me, I would love to hear them and talk to you about them through my experience. I can't tell you what to do. I don't know what's best for you, but I can tell you from my experience what I've done and what might work. But you'll have to see what works for you. Anyway, today's topic is material world. And what that means is we live in a material world, don't we? And I call it the external world. The things, the people, the buildings, the houses, the cars and everything, your job, everything, just about everything. Because there's the internal world, which is where you find your peace. And so we'll talk about those two things. And I think they really need to go hand in hand because we can't escape the material world. But we have to be able to go inside and not let our mind go crazy with what we need to be doing and how we need to be keeping up with the Joneses and what so-and-so needs to do. And if we just concentrate on what we need to do, that's a big job. You know, these people that have these huge McMansions, 6 bedrooms, 7 bedrooms, and there's 2 of them in there, a husband, wife, or partners, or whatever. What does that say about them? To me, it doesn't say, it may not say a lot about who they are, but it might say, have they thought about carbon footprint? Let's face it, we have raped and pillaged this earth. And that's why we're in the situation we are. So we have hurricanes and floods and fires and tornadoes and on and on. It's terrible. And so what can we do now to lessen our carbon footprint? So again, what are your basic needs? And I'm not saying go poverty level or anything. You got to be comfortable and you make good money. You might say, well, I make enough money to live in a big old house. Why not? And you want to be happy, but think about your carbon footprint and what it does to the planet if you don't need all that. I'm a big proponent of not wasting things. And I mean from home space to food. I just don't want to waste stuff because so many people around the country, around the world, don't have anything as much as we have. So can we be happy with all those things, those material things? And my answer is yes, I am. And I think you can as well. One thing that I do is I look for things that don't cost money. And again, I'm comfortable. I live in a modest home. I drive a modest car. It's good transportation. I have enough square footage in my house for me and my big personality. But it's not too much. It's not more than I need. But what makes me happy is some of these things that don't cost money, like going in nature. Whenever I do that, it really does calm me. It gives me peace. And it just is a retreat from the material world. And the other thing you might do is plant a garden. And if not vegetables, flowers. I don't have room in my condo for a vegetable garden, but I do have flowers on my screened-in porch and inside and plants. That again gives me joy. I get to see things grow and blossom and bloom. That's really important for me. It might be something you try. Going for a walk in nature. My community, getting involved in your community. Laughter. Doesn't cost a thing, but I love laughter. My relationships, my friendships, the people, my peeps, my former students, all these things that don't cost money, but I can get with my friends. I can talk about what they're going through, what I've been doing, and what we can do to help each other, and then laugh. So those are just a few of the things that help me. And my church, that's another something that you can do that doesn't cost money, and it helps you go inside. But you can find God in nature. You can find your peace. You know where that is. You know where that is. The other thing, what about to help the planet recycle? I don't have recycle at my condo, but I take my recycle. I have to go 3 places, one for cardboard, one for cans and bottles and glass, and another for just plastic containers. And, this is what I do. Can I make a difference by myself? No, but if everybody does that, we can. And the other thing I do is eat plants. I'm a plant-based, I eat plants, grass. No, I eat a plant-based diet. And what that does is it lowers the mass production of meat, which does give us, gas emissions. Of course, driving a car that doesn't get 10 miles a gallon. My thing is we've got to cut our demand of some of these things. It's about supply and demand. So what can I do by myself? Again, not a lot, but let's say everybody went plant-based for a week. That's going to make an impact because the supply goes down and then, the demand goes down, and then they can cut the supply, and then the emissions gases are not released, and so on and so forth. Again, and waste. Can you, I eat leftovers. I cook one time during the week. Actually more than that, but if I cook a lot of vegetables, then I can eat off of them, during the week. I eat them all. I don't want to waste them. Or if I made too much, can I give them to a neighbor or a friend or, So again, you don't have to live like I do, but it's something to think about. And the material world doesn't make you happy. That's my experience. Because what happens is people go buy that luxury car and the shininess wears off, and what's left? I guess I'd get another something. If you're looking for happiness outside of yourself, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Okay, so my 2 cents. Think about it. Comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on this subject, and look for us on social media. Comment, like, subscribe on YouTube, and we'll see you next time with a new topic. All right, take care. Bye-bye.